We are live. So, what's up, you guys? Godzilla fan freaks coming at you today with Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 31. How's everybody doing? Nobody on in here yet, but like always, you guys, don't forget to atomic blast that like button, please. It really helps out the channel. It helps out with the algorithm and everything. Even though I am not monetized, likes always help. But like always, you guys, please, come in, ask questions. Even if you're not here with us live and you maybe watch this later, ask questions in the comments. I'm always responding to stuff. If you missed it, always down to chat. Again, you can always reach out to Godzilla Fan Freaks through Facebook and Instagram as well. Hopefully we get some people on in here. But today was kind of rough starting. I wasn't sure what I wanted to do for today's show. Had a really awesome last episode on the graveyard shift. I see we have one person on in here right now. Thank you for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks Live, for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 31, and they just left. So today might be kind of spotty on what we have, depending on engagement. Like always, I'm going to have a movie on in the background, but if we get through that, we get through that. I'm not going to be showing any title cards or anything anymore due to what's been going on with footage and everything as of late. I'm sure if you've been watching Kaiju Chill O'Clocks, you know what I'm talking about. Just all that ridiculousness. I used to like the flow of at least showing the title card of the film that I'm watching, but in fear of these episodes being taken down and everything, I'm not going to do that anymore. But today, I will show you at least the disc menu. I don't think I'll get pinged for that, and if I do, that's ridiculous. But we are going to be watching, or at least I'm going to be watching in the background, Godzilla Raids Again from the Criterion Blu-ray set. It's been a minute since I've watched Godzilla Raids Again. Not my favorite Godzilla film. And it was a Godzilla film that I didn't see until way later in my life. Godzilla Raids Again did not, it was always kind of a lost film for me. I'm just going to go ahead and get it started here. But it was kind of always a lost film for me. I grew up knowing it as Gigantus the Fire Monster. And, I would see pictures and images, online when the internet was really starting to get going and stuff, was when I found out about some of these other Godzilla movies. But there really wasn't anything on them other than I knew Godzilla fought Anguirus, and it was always a film I wanted to see. And it wasn't until Classic Media released it on DVD, the original Japanese and the English dubbed. The Criterion here is just the original Japanese version, which is fine. The English dub is horrible, in my opinion. Get Godzilla's roar there for the intro. I don't know how sound's going to be coming through, but I'll turn it down just a scunch. Just because, I don't know if I'll ever get pinged for something else. Hey, we got one person on in here, one like, thank you very much. Kind of off to a slow start. If you're just now joining, though, thank you for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks Live, for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 31. Just to have Godzilla Raids Again on in the background. I was just talking about how this movie was kind of a lost film. Not in general, but for me. I didn't see this film until way into my teenage years. It was a while before I saw Godzilla Raids Again. And but I was really happy that Classic Media released it, and I was able to watch it, fully in its original Japanese, and then of course you have the English dubbed on those Classic Medias. The English dubbed is really bad. It is kind of hard to get through. But I'm watching the Criterion Blu-ray right now for Godzilla Raids Again. We'll have that on in the background. Like always, though, ask questions. You guys want me to talk about a figure or anything? There's really nothing new going on as far as, I do have something to show you guys that I got for Christmas from my good friends Tim and Yasi. You guys might know Tim to tune in every now and then here on YouTube, and then he also tunes in over on the Facebook segment. But then, speaking of the Facebook segment that is after the YouTube segment here, that is one that today's going to be a little bit special over on the Facebook segment. Since the Facebook segment, we kind of watch a full film together, I figured why not treat you guys to the original Japanese version of King Kong versus Godzilla that we got with the Criterion set. The original Japanese version was a lost film, not necessarily lost film, but it was never available for United States, fans purchase. You could only see that movie in Japan on the Japan DVDs and Blu-rays and everything. We never got an original cut of the Japanese version here in the States. So that will be over on the Facebook segment. And then for the Instagram segment, I figured why not watch a couple episodes of Godzilla's series, the series that followed the terrible 98 film. Not a fan of 98, hate it, don't like it, but the animated series that followed, pretty dang good. So I figured why not watch a couple episodes of that over on Instagram today. Japanese version of King Kong versus Godzilla over on Facebook, and right now we got Godzilla Rates again on in the background. So yeah. But thank you for being here. Thank you for atomic blasting that like button. Feel free to share or let people know, hey, we're live. I mean, we're kind of off to a slow start. Depending on engagement and stuff here, I can only talk for so long. I might end up cutting this segment short. It really just depends. There's really not a whole heck of a lot to talk about. There's really not any new releases. I haven't really gotten anything new other than what I told you guys Tim and Yasi got me for Christmas. Actually made and put together for me. Because at first it may look like a poster, but it's actually a puzzle. But we'll get on into that in a little bit here. But I hope everybody's having a great week so far. Even though it is my weekend now currently, I'm sure everybody's looking forward to their weekend, which is the normal Saturdays and Sundays. Hope everybody's looking forward to the new year. Man, 2022 is almost over. It's crazy. Where did time go? We're already going to be in 2023. What the heck? And then, touched on it in the graveyard shift. Guess I'll touch on it again here just for something to talk about in case you missed the last episode of the graveyard shift. Next year's looking like it's going to be a big year for Mondo. MondoShop.com, man, they're releasing all kinds of Kaiju goodies, Masters of the Universe goodies. Ooh. I hope that they space out releases so my wallet doesn't hurt too much. Or I'll have to pass on stuff. It's one thing I hate is when stuff comes out that I want, but then I have to pass on it. That's the worst feeling ever. 2 people on in here. Thank you for being with me live, Godzilla Fan Freaks, for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 31. Sometimes it blows my mind. These episodes are just flying by. It doesn't seem like that long ago I just started this series. But thank you for being here. Atomic blast that like button, please. It really helps out with the algorithm and everything. It helps people find out about Godzilla Fan Freaks. If you're a Kaiju fan and you're on YouTube and you're watching all these videos, likes and everything really help the algorithm and help me show up on people who are interested in this type of stuff. Because even though I've been doing YouTube for 10 years, there are still people that really don't know about Godzilla Fan Freaks and what I do. So I'll always share, spread the word. I always love talking with fans, people. It's weird I don't have any comments yet. Let's see. And that is why I did not check my settings. Freaking YouTube did not have it on. Godzilla Train 1090, what's going on, buddy? I'm sorry, I didn't even see you pop in. It didn't even let me know. It shows people up in the corner, but freaking YouTube. And Godzilla Train 1090 just saying the English dub is bullshit. Dude, the English dub for Godzilla Raids again is really, really bad. But Godzilla Train on in the house. I love to do it. I love you doing it, man. You just have a good thing going. But Godzilla Train in the house. All aboard! Yes. But I hope everybody is having a good week. Hope everyone's, going to have a good New Year's. Are you getting together with family? gonna be shooting off any fireworks. I know some people, Godzilla Train. If it's really cold where you're at, man, I hope you guys are all staying warm and safe. Still some really harsh winter weather blowing through the Midwest and the back east and everything. Oof. Here in Tucson, it hasn't been bad. It's actually the last couple days. It's actually been like 80 degrees, and then yesterday it rained. But even though it rained, it still didn't get very cold. I think it was like in the 50s or maybe the high 40s. I really wasn't sure, but I mean, even today, it's still a little bit overcast, but it's not too bad outside right now. So very fortunate with the weather here in Tucson. Um, but yes, hopefully we get some more people on in here. This is a really slow start to a show. I almost had a gut feeling that today's show was going to be a little more on the slow end. It's after Christmas, after the holidays. Some people are going back to work. So I kind of figured today's show on all platforms, even when I go to Facebook and Instagram, are going to be slow and steady. But hey, I'm going to put out a show regardless. By the time this movie's over, if the engagement is still about the same, I'll probably just cut it there, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, you guys have any topics you want to talk about? Questions? You want me to talk about a figure? I'm trying to space things out, so I do put in a good amount of time for today's show on the YouTube segment. Oh, they are seeing Godzilla and Anguirus. They're fighting. Godzilla Raids Again is an interesting film. Again, it's not many Godzilla fans' favorites, but I mean, it's the second Godzilla movie. You got to give it credit for that. Godzilla fights another monster for the first time, Anguirus, which of course later in the series becomes his friend. It's an interesting movie. Again, I didn't see this movie until way later in my life, around teenage years. This movie was always kind of, again, it was like, for me, it was kind of like a lost film. I never knew about it. I think out of all the Godzilla movies, this was the one Godzilla movie that I never saw until way later. Like, the Millennium series was out and everything by the time, it wasn't until around, I want to say it was like, Classic Media came out with those early 2000s. And I think I think it was like after Godzilla Final Wars, or it had to have been around 2003, 2004, maybe even 2005, before I even saw Godzilla Raids Again. I've never seen it before that. It was the one Godzilla film that eluded me, and you could just never find a copy of it here in the States until Classic Media released it. See, Godzilla Train, you're off today, so after I'm going to start the new... Okay, you got a new review going on. Thanks, man. Hey, Godzilla Train, if you're off today, dude, share around. Let people know that we're live. This is a really slow start to a show. We need to throw the hot coals in the locomotive. Let's get it going. Let's get this show on the road. We need it fired up. Let people know that we are here live. Tell them to atomic blast the like button, even if they drop in for a minute. Alteron Kaiju, what's going on, dude? There we go. That's the engagement I'm talking about. Where are my regulars? We need Reptile 7876, Bobby Reynolds, Zillafan 85, but I think he just started a new job, so I don't even think he's going to be on today's show. Need my regulars, but thank you for being here, guys, like always, and thank you for atomic blasting that like button. I appreciate it. We're already almost 15 minutes in, and this is kind of a slow start. But I guess, how was everybody's Christmas? Did you get some cool stuff? I got some neat things. I got a nice watch. I'm not wearing it right now, but my family got me a nice watch. Again, I got a really awesome gift from Tim and Yasi. And other than that, a little bit of clothes, candy. I ended up getting like a really cool pretty much like an oriental like teapot that's like in the shape of like a dragon. I got that from my sister-in-law. Really, really cool. My other sister-in-law got me some I guess it was like a special edition set, and I broke into it last night, and they're actually pretty good. But they ended up getting me. I might even actually have one here on the segment so you guys can kind of see it. But ended up getting my other sister-in-law got me like a special edition 5 soda set, and it was like the Warhead flavors. Because I like Warheads. They're like the one candy that's still around that's actually sour. Um, and I tried one of those last night, but I'm trying to space myself on space them out a little bit, because man, those things are loaded with way more sugar than just your average soda. Like like it had like 30 something grams of sugar, and then like 70% of added sugars also. So it's like, geez. But I had the black cherry one last night, and it was a sour soda. It was interesting. The other flavors included are lemon, watermelon, blue raspberry, and you have green apple, which is my favorite. So I'm kind of saving that one for last. But yeah, no, I got some interesting gifts this year, to say the least. But yeah, not complaining. Let's see, Ultron Kaiju, you got the day off, and then Godzilla Train, got to do that review ASAP. Got 3 people on in here. Thank you for being here. Atomic Blast that like button. Let's see, a topic to talk about. Man, I was on the edge when it was up for pre-order. I almost wanted to pre-order the new Gigantic Shin, but the funds really weren't right at the time, and I couldn't really see myself again. The funds just weren't there at the time. Like if I did, I probably would have gotten in trouble. Let's put it that way. And I don't even know where I would have put it. Like I have 2 gigantic figures already, plus some other big hefty figures on top of that. I really don't have room for another gigantic. Even though now, if they release another Gigantic Shin and it has the purple in it, if they do that one again, oh, all bets are off. You can bet I'm going to get that, because I love the color purple. I love the way it looks on that figure, and it just looks awesome. But man, people are getting theirs, and they're arriving either broken at a glue seam, or they're actually a hard break. And I think, again, it has to do with the weather we've been having. A lot of these people who are having these issues are in some of those deep freeze areas. And it's weird watching this. I haven't watched the Japanese version of this in a while, and this is such a weird silent segment where they're just reviewing the footage of Godzilla's rampage from the previous film. And in the Japanese version, it's silent. In the Americanized version, it has music and everything. But no, so the Shin Godzillas are arriving broken, but I think that's mainly due to, again, the harsh cold weather that a lot of states are having right now. It's making the vinyl a lot more brittle, and that was one thing that we always told people to be careful of, because if you guys don't know, attaching X plus figure tails can be a trick sometimes. And sometimes you do need to, you got to heat the hole where the tail plugs into with a hairdryer, of course, that makes it easier. But to make it also a little bit more easier, so, I remember throwing the tails in the freezer and letting that vinyl get cold and hardened and stiffened up. And then that way, when you got the squishy soft segment, you got the tail, which is, a lot more, solid now. And then it, boom, just plugs right in. That was the easiest way. But you did have to be careful not to leave those in there too long. Because if you did, I mean, it got cold and hard, but then you had to wait for it to warm back up a little bit. Because if you took that out and then if you dropped it or hit it against something, that vinyl it shatters just like it just shatters. It gets very brittle. That's one thing a lot of people don't think about is vinyl. Yeah, it's vinyl, but if it gets cold and it's more like solid than in its normal state, it's not very pliable. It's very brittle, and it'll just break on you. And it seems like mail systems are just throwing these boxes around because, granted, they package these gigantics in a very good way. They're still showing up. There's been broken arms, feet, spines. Oof. So I'm almost kind of happy I didn't order a gigantic shin, because now people are having to put it back together, because that's another thing that really is difficult in the Godzilla collecting community is when you order these things from overseas, it's really the customer service and everything. Every now and then you hear about people who have good experiences, but man, it's really hard to get replacements, and usually that stuff isn't even an option for US buyers. It's really it's a hard process. So I really feel bad for anybody who paid all that money and are now just having to fix it and glue stuff back together themselves. It's no good. If there's something I wish that could improve later on down the road, is definitely a customer service system that's a little uh, easier to use for U.S. buyers, to try to figure out a solution for the problem. Even if it's like a little bit of a refund, I feel like that would be nice. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to just send you a whole new figure. Like, even if they refund you the shipping, because it's like the shipping on the figures were crazy to begin with. Um, but yeah, no, it's never a good thing. But so I do feel bad for those of you who had your figures arrive and there was some broken pieces. Ultron Kaiju, you got the glowy Toygraph Mecha G and the Gigabrain Gigan. That was in a pic I sent to Adrian. Oh, nice. Nice, man. Great figures. Thank you guys for being here, though. Appreciate it. Slow start to the show. I'm trying to think of things to talk about. There really hasn't been anything going on that much with me. I still have the same old stuff on pre-order right now. Nothing really new has been dropping. I don't think we're going to see anything till the beginning of next year. There's some things on Awesome Collector that I do want to order, but I'm just still kind of waiting out because I'm still also recovering from Christmas a little bit, fund-wise. So not anything coming out right now is totally fine with me. It's like, payday is this week, technically tonight. So that'll be nice. Just to building it back up, and hopefully everything continues to go well. And because, again, Mondo has a big year. Alex, what's going on, dude? Thank you for being here for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 31. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button, please. And then Ultron Kaiju agreeing, yep, need a breather for the wallet. It's true, Again, this next year, it looks like it's just going to be another big year for Godzilla and Kaiju fans. Again, Mondo looks like it's like, if there's a company that I think a lot of people have their eyes on, it's Mondo. Mondo seems to be, it looks like they're going to have a good year this next year with Godzilla stuff and Masters of the Universe stuff. Again, I'm really looking forward to that 1/6 scale Panther that I know is going to be outrageously priced, because the Battle Cat that they had was expensive. But I have to get, I'm really hoping that Panther comes out at a time that they don't really release anything else around it, because then that will definitely confirm that I will get it. Because the Panther is going to be expensive. Like I said, the Battle Cat was really expensive, but I'm a Panther fan. I love Panther. I was really mad that Panther died in the new Masters of the Universe series on Netflix. That really ticked me off. But I mean, I have the Origins Panther. Nick Adams from the Monster Report found me a flocked Origins Panther. I'm a Panther fan. I do like Panther. And so I definitely want that large scale Panther. Really hoping that they also reissue this a Skeletor. Not too close to it though. That way I also have a Skeletor to go with him. Plus, there's all those Space Godzillas that are coming out from Mondo and the Hanna-Barbera premium size statue. Mondo's got a lot of stuff planned for this next year. And then not to mention the vinyl records. You know, there's still going to be vinyl records from Mondo and Waxworks. So it's just going to be another big year. Rich from Wisconsin, what's going on? Thank you for being here. And then Ultron Kaiju, when I get the Mondo Battle Cat, I'll send you some pics. Awesome, dude. Heck yeah. I know Nick Adams from the Monster Report said that Mondo is sending him one to, like, review, but then he has to send it back. Man. And then, like, I was like, oh, like, they're sending you one? Dang. And he's like, yeah, but I have to send it back. Like, they're not letting him keep it. And I'm like, dang, man. I was like, you've really hit the big times if they're going to send you that expensive of a figure for free. Like, wow. But then Nick was telling me I should get in touch with Mondo and see if they maybe at least want to send me a Panther, like the same way, you know. But I was also kind of like, I'm really not that big enough on the radar that I don't really think they're going to go for it. Plus, I've kind of been mean to Mondo in the past, so that also probably makes me think that they might not like me very much. I don't know. You know, I've apologized for that though, because Mondo has stepped up their game a little bit. They've gotten better. It was just the whole Pulgasari issues, man. That whole Pulgasari fiasco really sucked for a lot of people. But you know, it's like. So I think I told Nick, I emailed them. I did email Mondo, and I asked, but I haven't heard anything back. So I don't. Yeah, I tried. You know, it was a decent thought. You know, like I appreciate Nick for the idea, but I was also like, I don't think it's gonna work. But yeah, no. But I do plan on getting that Panther for sure. Hopefully a Skeletor to go with it. Again, Mondo just has a bunch of stuff coming out that looks like it's going to be awesome. Now there's an original. Reptile 7876, what's going on, buddy? He just ordered the Super 7 Godzilla 54 and Mars Attacks figure. Nice, dude. That's awesome. Little bit of a slow start here to the show. We're almost half an hour in, and now it's starting to fire up. Thank you guys for being here. Again, don't forget to atomic blast that like button. It helps out a lot. Right now, on in the background, I just have Godzilla raids again from the Criterion Collection. You know, I talked about it a little bit earlier, but I'll touch on it again since there's a few more people here. Godzilla raids again, not a favorite of mine, but every now and then I do throw it on. You know, it's a very interesting film. Again, I didn't see it until like late into my teen years. It was always kind of it was kind of like a lost film for me. I think it was like, out of all the Godzilla movies I've seen, that was the one that eluded me, and I never saw it until way later in life. English dubbed is horrible, but the Japanese version is at least watchable. Ultron Kaiju, and then saying excellent buys to Reptile, and then saying he wants the 84 and disguised Mega G. Heck yeah. No, there's a lot of stuff that looks like it's going to be coming out in the coming year, you know, and I just hope that it's all spaced out enough that it is obtainable, because that large-scale premium Hanna-Barbera Godzilla statue that Mondo is planning on doing, I want to get that too. I'm a big fan of the Hanna-Barbera series, and out of all their premium statues that they've done a Godzilla 89, they did a Mothra, and now they have a new Tokyo SOS one. Really, they are expensive, but I really wasn't feeling any of them. But the Hanna-Barbera one, yeah, I want to get that. I want to get it for sure. Oh, Godzilla's approaching. I think this is where they use flares to distract him. Yeah, they're using like flares and stuff. Godzilla's design in this movie isn't the best, but it's pretty like unique. A lot of people, including myself, have grown to like the 55 over the years. Maybe that's something I'll go grab is the 50th anniversary memorial box 55 just to show you guys. Alteron Kaiju saying, love the 55. I need Yosh to draw me up a gnarly 55 biting in gear. Oh, yeah. That'd be a good one. That's a good idea. Heck yeah. And then Reptile 7876 just replying to Alteron saying that 84 looks pretty good. Richmond, Wisconsin, the 55 looks like a vampire. Man, yeah, he's got those fangs. I'm going to go grab the figure. I mean, it's something, right? Got to do something. Forgot to turn the LED strip on in here. Now it's on. But yeah, so here's the 50th memorial box. 55. So yeah, Godzilla 55 has a really long neck. He's got those fangs, as you can see. I gotta pay attention to the spikes on him. I can't really tell. I think they are. Because wasn't this one of the figure? Wasn't the 50th the memorial box 55 kind of like a wasn't it a defect? Are these upside down? Because if they are, I've never fixed them. But I don't know. I kind of like them the way that they are. It because I remember that kind of being a thing. Like, wasn't that a thing? And people were, because you can remove the spines. They're only on a glue seal, so I think if I heat this up, I can break it loose and then you just turn it around. But in all honesty, I like the way that the spines look. I don't mind them this way. That's if they are wrong. I don't know. I've never really paid enough attention to 55 to tell, but I kind of remember that being a thing. But 55 also has a little bit longer, skinny arms. Again, this Godzilla suit had to be a little more agile for the action scenes where he's fighting Anguirus. You know, you got a nice tail. You got the nice feet. I like the feet on this guy a lot. But no, really cool Bandai. I love all the 50th Memorial Box Godzilla Bandais. They're all just really, really cool. 7 people on in here. Thank you guys very much for being here. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button, please. Appreciate the support always. Reptile 7876. What's my opinion on Godzilla versus Kong Funko Pops? I don't like them, but that's just because I'm not a fan of Funko Pop in general. I'm not big on Funko Pops. I can't get into them. You know, same reason I'm kind of also staying away from like the X Plus Defo Reel line is because the Defo Reels are kind of like just X Plus Funko Pops. You know what I mean? Like they're X Plus quality, but they kind of just give off that Funko Pop feel. Alex Martinez, I know I got to get my friend to see Godzilla Raids again since he hasn't seen it. Well, Alex, remember, Christopher's hosting that thing in January next year of all the Godzilla movies until the festival happens in November. So, and the first ones he's doing is Godzilla 54 and Godzilla Raids again. So definitely get in touch with Christopher and RSVP your seats because he has less than 30 seats available for that little theater, and it's free. Alex, I definitely need to get a 55 Godzilla figure in your collection. They're out there. They're a little pricey, but they're out there. I recommend Bandai. You can't go wrong. You will not be disappointed. It's a beautiful, beautiful figure. It's a beautiful figure. Just give you guys a good look at them. Let's see. Alteron, yeah, the Memorial Box X 55s are reversed. I also didn't fix mine. And then do I have the 30 centimeter 55? I was lucky to get the dual pack. I do not. Again, I don't like Godzilla Raids again all that much. So I really don't have the X pluses from it. The only Godzilla 55 I do have, I believe, in my collection is this guy. And that's good enough for me. At least I have a representation. Yeah, no X plus. And then Alex saying that is true. Get on it, man. I don't think I'm going to be there for that because, again, he's going to do it on Saturdays and I work on Saturdays. And I am kind of building back up my PTO. So I don't think I'm going to make it to that one, but I might want to make it to the one in February, which I believe is going to be King Kong versus Godzilla and then Mothra versus Godzilla. I think I want to go to that one. So I'm going to be there for some of them, but not this first one. This first one I got to pass on. But yeah, no, I do plan to be there, sometimes. I'll just call out of work, just something simple. And it'll be nice. It'll give me a 3-day weekend every once in a while. And he's only doing 2 movies every month, so that also helps. It's like I won't have to call out like weeks in a row. If anything, it'll be like once like every other month maybe is what I'll do. But we'll see. I definitely would want to just see the movies that I really enjoy. King Kong versus Godzilla and Mothra versus Godzilla are definitely up there. And then the ones after that would be Ghidra and Monster Zero, which is okay. But then I do want to see Sea Monster. Sea Monster and Son of Godzilla would be nice. And then you're going to have Destroy All Monsters and Revenge, Gigan and Hedra, Megalon and Mechagodzilla. I don't know. I got to see how he's going to space them out, because he's going to do 2 movies every month. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But I do plan to be there, definitely, because, again, it's Chris is doing this in gear up for the festival. I'm the owner of the festival, so I definitely have to show my face. I feel like it's warranted. So I got to be there. Really hoping to having some news on the Tucson Kaiju Festival in January, maybe beginning of February. All of us in the team have been kind of busy due to the holidays, so things have kind of been delayed a bit. But me and Ranjan definitely should have some news for you guys come sometime January, beginning of February. I'm hoping, because this thing really needs to start rolling. And yes, Alteron, that is what one of my team members is doing. He actually has access where he lives in his complex, because I guess he lives in an apartment area. But I guess they have a mini theater, and he has access to it. But it only has I think it has 29 seats. It has an odd number of seats, but it's under 30 seats. But for gear up for the Tucson Kaiju Festival coming this November that I'm doing, he is offering people to RSVP, and if they want to watch Godzilla movies in the theater and everything. And so that's an awesome idea. But yeah, I plan to be there for some. I'm definitely bringing the festival back this year now. I'm really getting that feel like this is kind of difficult to do. Again, the first festival we threw together in the span of less than 6 months back in 2019. Now we have about a year, a little under a year in preparation for it. And so now we have a lot more time, but it is definitely It's kind of it's definitely difficult running your own convention. It's not easy. A festival, whatever you want to call it, convention festival. I like to say festival. But yeah, Tucson Kaiju Festival is coming back in November. If you guys haven't heard that announcement already, really excited for it. I'm just really hoping to have some news thrown together for you guys. Hey, Jen, Uncle Jim's in the house. What's up, Jim? Thank you for being here. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button while you were here. Jim might even be at the Tucson Kaiju Festival this next year. He might there be selling some vinyl too. I'm trying to get him and a few of the other guys together in neighboring states to come down and throw a table together so we actually have like Godzilla and Kaiju figure merchandise, more or less. Because that was the only thing we were lacking back in 2019. But it was still an awesome show. Everybody still sold out of everything they had. And so I expect more of the same for this next show. Really excited. Again, we're probably going to have like video game competition. We'll probably have an area for kids to color and draw Kaiju and throw that into a contest. Bookman's is going to be giving away like store credit and stuff like that. We'll have items for raffle and everything. We plan to do some panels. Nick Adams from the Monster Report is planning to be there. The retired Goji Fan 93 is planning to be there. So we're gonna have a good lineup of stuff. And again, Bookman's will probably even give us 2, maybe 3 days to use the space. So we just gotta wait and see what happens. But we'll probably have an area having some movies on. Just having a good old fun time. You know what I mean? Like that's what it's mainly going to be about, and that's what it was in 2019. We just had a blast. So yeah, really hoping to have some more information in the coming months. So stay tuned, and hey, if you guys want, maybe think about planning a trip to Tucson. Again, it's going to be free. The only thing you probably are going to have to do is, find a hotel somewhere, but that shouldn't be too bad. Think about it. So, I'm still really excited about it. It's going to be a fun time. That is for sure. And, I'm a little nervous at the same time. I was nervous the first year that I threw it in 2019. It was nerve-wracking, but it was very fun to see it succeed. You know what I mean? And to have almost 500 people, if not over 500 people, for the festival in 2019. And it wasn't even a day. It was literally 5 p.m. to 11 p.m. It wasn't that long. But it was a great turnout. So now I'm really happy to bring it back. We're going to have a much bigger space. And hopefully we have more of the same turnout, especially with, so much time in between. Like, again, having that many people and only having 6 months to really get the word out and prepare and everything, that was crazy in itself. Now we had a little over a year, more or less, to try to throw this together. And I think it's going to continue to grow. And I hope it continues to grow in a very good way. And I thank you all who show up to support it. All of you who are excited for it. Godzilla and Anguirus are just going at it here in the background. Don't know if you guys can hear all the rumbling and crumbling. But yeah, got Godzilla Raids again on in the background. Was just going over the 50th anniversary Memorial Box Bandai Godzilla 55. I'm just watching the Kaiju action, guys. Sorry. Any questions, though? Any topics anybody wants to talk about? I mean, I'm trying to think here. Because, again, there really hasn't been much in the last week that's been going on. Alter on Kaiju, sure, if I can and able to go, I'll put some raffles and figures, whatever y'all out. Dude, if you want to raffle off some stuff, more than welcome to. I was planning on getting some stuff for raffle, but then it ended up selling through. I was actually going to get some stuff on Awesome Collector, believe it or not, but they ended up selling, and now they're gone. But again, it just wasn't the right time. But I'll find some stuff to raffle. I might have a figure or two to raffle off myself. But yeah, no. If you have figures, even if you want to set up a table, we'll just connect over email and we'll set all that up. That won't be very hard. I haven't gotten too many things yet because we're kind of waiting on Bookmans to kind of give us a layout of stuff. That way we could figure out, okay, here's where we're going to have panels. Here's where we can have kid activities. Here's video game area. Here is the area for vendors, artists, people selling figures, whatever it may be. So once I get that, I'll have an idea of like what the space is going to look like. And then, because I definitely Yosh has a spot already. There's a few other people who are definitely going to have a spot, but I think there's going to be plenty of room that if you want to throw together a bin and set up a table, I'll let you do it. You want to put up something for raffle, a nice figure. We can make the raffle tickets $5 to $10, or we can go $10, but then within the last hour before the raffle, tickets are $5. Do something like that. We'll just see what goes on. But right now, still in the building stages. Don't have any hard things for you guys yet, but I announced it in the video a few weeks ago, so I know Ron John and Yosh are working on posters for the event, so we're going to have that going. And, of course, they will have copies of the posters for sale. So, I know a lot of people like Yosh's artwork, so Yosh is definitely going to have some stuff planned. He's going to be doing some new prints. He's doing an exclusive poster for the event. So, there's going to be all kinds of great pickups for people, for sure. And Ultron Kaiju, do you know if food's allowed? My wife cooks some excellent African. I mean, in all honesty, dude, I am going to imagine, there's some places around that people will be able to go to eat. But if your wife wants to do something and have her own space table for food for people, she could do that too, have her maybe come up with some cool names for some dishes that are like kaiju related, maybe. But that would be something, I'm not sure if I'm going to contact any food trucks or anything like that. So, but that could be an option. We'll just stay in touch on that, and then I'll let you know for sure if something like that could swing. But make sure she has enough supplies, because again, if there's like over 500 people and stuff, and again, this could be a multiple day event. This might not even just be one whole day. This might be a multiple day thing. It might, it'll be well worth it, And then Godzilla Train, African food, ooh, yeah. Hey, Godzilla Train, you want to take a trip to Tucson next year? Think about it. Think about it, guys. And then Jim Jenkins just saying hi to Alteron. But yeah, no, anything's possible, guys, It's when it all comes down to it, it's just going to be a great fun time. Like, regardless of what ends up panning out, it's just going to be a great gathering for Kaiju fans, And I'll be ready for the news stations this time, because I was actually on local news back in 2019 for the festival, and it threw me off because I wasn't expecting it. So when they were like, hey, I forget what channel it was, if it was like channel 4, 13, it was one of them. And yeah, they were like, they want to talk to you. And I was like, oh, geez, I am not ready for this. I wasn't expecting it to get that much attention that I was going to be on local news. But that was cool. So I'll be ready for that this next time. And hopefully I can get a hold of them and like get a copy of the footage. because that was the only thing is I couldn't find it anywhere online or anything. And so I guess it was only aired on TV or whatever. But like I tried to get in touch with the station and see if they could send me a copy of it somehow, like on disc or something, but I never got anything. So the only thing I have is a picture that somebody from home sent me saying, "Hey, look who's on TV," because they were watching the news. So they were able to pause live TV, take a picture of it for me, and then send it to me. So that's like the only thing I got is that picture. And then, Jim, these events tend to blow up sometimes in a good way. They do. They do. That's why I'm saying, like, anybody who wants to come, if you have Godzilla figures or things you want to sell, or if you want to put a figure on for raffle, I'm not going to say no. Like, I want everybody to thrive, So if you put on a figure for raffle and you'll get the proceeds from it too. You'll get the money. Alteron saying, he's going to take him some when he goes to see Shin. Ooh, nice. And then Godzilla Train, when is my show? Depending on when it is, I could use a second vacation next year. It's in November. The Tucson Kaiju Festival is going to be November 3rd. Godzilla's birthday. I plan to do it on Godzilla's birthday every year from here on out. So the Tucson Kaiju Festival is going to be November 3rd, and it may be the 4th and the 5th too. I'm still waiting to hear from Bookmans to see if we're going to be able. It might only be 2 days. It might only be 1 day. They said it could possibly be 3 days, but we just have to wait and see what happens. I'm waiting to hear back from them to see. And then that'll also help with scheduling on how I can plan like panels and certain things for certain days, if that ends up being the case. So right now, the ball's in Bookman's court. I'm waiting to hear something from them to where then we can like get a layout and then start planning and scheduling like panels and what we kind of really want to revolve around. But I'm really hoping that we at least get 2 days. I would settle with that. Like, that would be fine. But I do plan to have it November. It is going to be November 3rd this next year, and to continue to have it November 3rd every following year. It'd just be a good way to celebrate Godzilla's birthday, just having a Tucson Kaiju Festival. And then Godzilla Train saying, don't forget to tell him, don't forget to bring the 66 set. Dude, that 66 set is awesome. And then Jim, yes, be prepared for interviews. Make sure you have a clean shirt on with no stains. Yeah, always. My Godzilla shirts always stay clean and free of stains, so I'm not worried about that. And then Alteron Kaiju, wait a minute, unless I'm wrong, isn't the new Godzilla movie coming out next anniversary? I think it is. I don't know if it's coming out in November. I'm not sure. But that'll just be another thing, I definitely plan to, with the group of people that I know and everything, we're definitely going to have some sort of an after party. I plan to cook up like steaks or barbecue chicken or something, and just have everybody, whether it's over at my house or whether we get together out and about somewhere, I don't know. Just depends how many people. But definitely plan to have some sort of like successful after party. You know what I mean? And just chill out with everybody one last time before we part our ways and everything. Godzilla Train just confirming, yes, it is. And then Alex saying it's going to be an amazing event, hands down. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Yeah, Alex was there for the first one, so he can tell you how much fun the first one was. But this one looks like it's going to be way bigger, way better. I'm going to try to get some, I'm going to try to get some companies involved around town. Definitely the Casa Video Bar. That way, people can go there after the main event and have a drink, watch some kaiju films at the Casa Video Film Bar. I do like them. And then Jim Jenkins just saying, awesome. Make sure you wash your printed shirts inside out. Helps save the print. Just saying, oh, no, I do. I wash them inside out, cold water only. I put them on delicate. I let them air dry. I don't put them in the dryer. Oh yeah, no, we're good. I'm wearing my Godzilla versus the Sea Monster shirt today. I love it. I love that VHS artwork. But yeah, no, thank you though, Jim, for the tip. And who knows, maybe somebody in here didn't know that tip. You want your Godzilla shirts to last longer and everything? Inside out, wash them on delicate, cold water only, and let them air dry. That way you don't have them shrink. And then Jim Jenkins just saying, love the shirt. Thanks, buddy. Had it custom made. This one was a custom made shirt. But no, thank you guys for being here. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button. We are Godzilla Fan Freaks, and this is Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 31. We just got Godzilla Raids again on in the background right now. Again, any questions you guys have, feel free to ask. You know, talked about the 55 figure a little bit here. Fred is here for Kaiju Chill O'Clock. He's just chilling out right now. But yeah, no, we're just having a good dandy old time. Let's see, what are we, almost an hour in? Oh, we could go talk about some stuff and it'll give me a chance to put this guy back. But how about I show you guys what Yasi and Tim got me for Christmas? Or like I said, they pretty much put together and made me for Christmas. So let me rotate my camera so I don't get in trouble with any footage. All right. And then let me grab my stand here. Straighten that out. Again, not trying to get in trouble with footage. But anyway, look at my ceiling while I go over the TV. So anyway, so as you guys can see, this spot is now bare. It's blank. What happened? I had a Guardians of the Galaxy Drax poster here. Drax has retired. It was time to retire that poster. And what Tim and Yasi put together for me was a puzzle, and they actually glued it together, got it framed. So now I have this beautiful thing. Again, it looks like a poster, but it's a puzzle. As you get closer, you can kind of see the puzzle. Man, you almost can't see them in all honesty. There you can kind of see them. But still, I was like blown away that they put this together for me and got it framed. And it's you know, I've always kind of liked the GMK poster. You know, I do like even that it has Showa Baragon. So Tim, I think I'm seeing Tim tomorrow, and Tim is going to help me hang this because I thought I could hang it on my own. But I am unable. And I did not want to break something. So Tim is going to give me a hand hanging that up, and that's pretty much going to go in this spot right here. So really cool gift from Tim and Yasi. I really appreciate it. And again, it'll just, you know, it was time for that Drax poster to retire, and this is a good substitute. So really cool and excited about that. 7 people on in here. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button, you guys. Really appreciate it. Alrighty. Jim saying, I got to get back to work. Have fun, you Kaiju Maniacs. All right, Jim. Have a good one. And then Jim also said he loves Fred. Let's see, I'm just catching up on comments right now. Rich from Wisconsin, yeah, let's check it out. Alteron Kaiju saying footage. Alex, I know Mrs. Baltimore from the screening room got excited about it when I told her, especially since they plan on doing a Kaiju marathon sometime next year because of the idea I brought up to them. That would be good. Alex, since you have that connection there, let me know if they want to be involved in some certain way. And you could be Alex, I need to add you to the team. I don't even know why I didn't add you to the team for it, but I'm down to have you as a team member. Again, the more help I have with things, the easier everything's going to be to throw together. You know what I mean? Alteron Kaiju, so cool. I need to get more frames. Most of my posters are wrapped up. And then Reptile 7876, can I show that Gigan? Which Gigan you talking about? Are you talking about this Gigan? Or are you talking about that Gigan? Or are you talking about this Gigan? Or are you talking about this Gigan? Or are you talking about this Gigan? Which Gigan? I think that's all my Gigans. I think. I'm taking an extra look. Or that Gigan. Which Gigan? Reptile 7876. Alteron Kaiju saying, take it easy, Jim. But yeah, Alteron, yeah, my posters, see, again, people have criticized me in the past, but I don't care, okay? I want my posters displayed. I don't have time or the money to frame everything I have. So yes, I use tax. Sue me. I use tax. I don't care. That's because I want my artwork up and I want it displayed. It would drive me nuts if these walls were bare. Sorry, guys. I'm just putting back 55 here. Accidentally nudged my Super X2 here. Let's see. Alteron Kaiju saying, take it easy, Jim. And then the Imperial. Reptile 7076 saying the Imperial. Yeah, I just did a review on him a couple weeks ago now. But there he is. I have him on this shelf right here next to Mogira. Gigan before he was Gigan. And then Alex, I will actually message her tonight. I'm down to be a part of the team. I know you are, buddy. I'm going to add you to that. Once I'm done with the show today, that'll be one of the first things I do, is I will add you to that group chat. And then Godzilla Train 1090. Did I get the Spiral GMK? I can't remember if I... Nope, I did not get the Spiral GMK. Didn't have the funds for it. I'm very, very picky. Like, don't get me wrong. There's some awesome stuff coming out, and I wish I could get it, but I'm being very, very picky. I mean, again, yes, I have that empty shelf, that empty shelf, that empty shelf, that empty shelf, that empty shelf. Got a little bit of space left on that shelf. Little bit of space right there. Little bit of space kind of down in there on those back corners. I got space there. And then, of course, if you were here for the graveyard shift, I have this whole new shelf here. So I got all of that now. But still, even though I have still kind of a decent amount of room for stuff, I'm still being very picky on what I'm buying because I want to make sure it's something I really, really want. You know, I just don't want this space to go up to impulse buys. You know what I mean? I want it to go to buys that I really, really want. So I'm very picky. And Reptile 76, my bad. Too many Gigants. Yeah, I do have a good number of Gigants in here. Same thing with Hedra. It's like if you were saying, "Hey, let's see that Hedra figure." Okay, those Hedra figures, that Hedra figure, this Hedra figure, that Hedra figure. What Hedra are you talking about? Wait. This Hedra? Or all those Hedras? Which one? Oh, man. And then Godzilla Train 1090, I get it. He's like, you're like that too. Yeah, man. It's like, again, I do have a decent amount of space left, but I want the space to go to things that I really, really like. And even though I do like GMK, I'm still not the biggest fan of it. And so it's like, some stuff is easy for me to pass on. Gojira 851, what's going on, dude? Heck yeah. Gojira 851 in the house. We got 8 people on in here. If you all atomic blast that like button, because the likes are not adding up to the people who are in here. Atomic blast that like, everybody. It really helps out the algorithm. We got 9 people on in here. Don't forget to share. Share this around. Let people know we're live. I mean, we're still going to be here for another hour, at least I hope, as long as the engagement holds up. Atomic blast that like button, you guys. Share it around. Post on your social medias. Let people know. Godzilla Fan Freaks is live. We do this every week. Even though I've been doing videos for 10 years on YouTube, there are still people who don't know who Godzilla Fan Freaks is. So all the likes and everything really help me show up randomly in other people's feeds on YouTube for if they like Godzilla and Kaiju stuff. YouTube recommends my channel. So again, guys, it all really helps out a lot. I just love reaching out to you guys. I love engaging with fans, fellow fans. It's just awesome to talk. I like talking with people. So, and that was one reason why I did my channel. I did it because it was something I just wanted to do, even though there were tons of figure reviewers out there already. And some of the stuff I have is nothing new to the table necessarily, but everybody has their own style, their own rhythm. And I just appreciate, the feedback I've gotten over the years. I may not be the coolest or the flashiest guy around, but, I have a formula and it works. So I appreciate the support, Again, I'm not monetized. I don't care about making money on YouTube. This is all because I enjoy it and you guys enjoy it. So the more people I reach out to, and if they enjoy it, that's what I want. Same thing with the Tucson Kaiju Festival that I'm doing. I'm doing it because I want to give back. It's just my way of giving back. And I just want everybody to have a good, fun time. That's what it all is about for me. Chris, on his channel, he did a video about me personally, and it made me blush a little bit because he was just gushing about what type of person I am, and I really appreciate that. And it's all true, There's no smoke and mirrors here. I'm a really nice guy. I'm easy to talk to, and we just have fun. Godzilla Train 1090 GMK is one of my favorite suits. Had to get it. See, that's a reason. That's a reason. That's like me with 62. If there's anything 62 that comes out, I try to get it because I love 62. That's one reason. After we're done here on YouTube, over on the Facebook segment, I have a treat for you guys. We are going to be watching the Japanese cut of King Kong versus Godzilla from the Criterion set. So I'm going to have that for you guys over on the Facebook segment once we're done here. And then after that, over on Instagram, for the Instagram segment, we're going to be watching a couple episodes of the Godzilla animated series. And that was the one that followed the terrible 98 film. If you like 98, more power to you. I'm not the biggest fan of 98, but I do like the animated series that followed. So that's kind of what we have on the menu today for the other segments, just so you guys know. Alteron Kaiju. Oops, forgot. Wait, oops, forgot what? What did you forget, Alteron? I'm missing that, unless you're replying to somebody else. Alex, see if you can get the artist Matt Frank to come down for the festival. I'll try. But, hey, we're going to have Yosh. Yosh from Leaf Claw Studios is going to be there. He's going to have some awesome kaiju prints. He's going to have an exclusive poster that he's doing for the event. Again, here's the poster behind all this vinyl figure awesomeness of the first festival I put, and that was in 2019, and that was in August. Again, it was only 5 to 11, and I called it the Tucson Godzilla Festival, but now I'm changing it to the Tucson Kaiju Festival because I don't want to get in trouble with Toho. So, and as you can see, this was the first ever Tucson Godzilla Festival. It was at the Metal Arts Village. And then, see, it was hosted by me, Godzilla Fan Freaks. So, really happy to be bringing this festival back. Alex, what would you say are your top 3 Godzilla and Kaiju figures that you have in my collection? Okay. Good one, Alex. Good one. Oh, man. Top 3? That's tough. All right. Well, I'm just going to get the 62 here out of the way. Gigantic 62. He's definitely one of those spots. 30 centimeter Titanosaurus. Another spot. Oh, man. And a third. Man, Alex, you make it hard, but that's, hey, hard questions are good. Makes me have to really think. I gotta go with the Sea Monster set. I love this dang thing. So yeah, Sea Monster set. Those are my top 3. 30 centimeter Titanosaurus. Right there. Gigantic Godzilla. And then Sea Monster set. Those probably be my top 3. Gojira851, it's going to be a great year. Yes, it is. It is going to be a great year for GMK. Ultron Kaiju, yeah, Matt would be cool. Got the Shin Ultraman comic and poster sign. Nice, man. Godzilla Train 1090. 98 isn't that bad anymore, as much as I hate to say it. Hey, again, you like it. More power to you. I'm not going to crap on you that bad. Now, I do like to crap on Chris for liking Final Wars as much as he does. But hey, that's our little friendly banter that we have, and it's all good and fun. But Tim, who the GMK puzzle and everything came from, Tim knows about Godzilla because, again, me and Tim are more recent friends. Yasi was my wife's friend, so she's known me for a good amount of years already. But Tim I've only known Tim for, I think, going on a little over a year. I've known Tim. So he kind of really knows about Godzilla through me. You know, he knew about Godzilla before, but, you know, meeting somebody who's as crazy as I am about it, he's learning a lot. And one thing that I want to do with him, just to itch at Chris a little bit more, is one of these days me and Tim hang out. We're going to watch Destroy All Monsters, and then we're going to watch Final Wars. And then I'm going to ask him, who has no knowledge of really anything, what was the better movie to you? And I have a feeling he's going to like it might backfire. It might backfire, and Tim might like Final Wars. I don't know. But, no, if you like 98, that's cool. It's just personal preference for me. Gojira851, Godzilla has dealt with worse than 98 nowadays, sad to say. Yeah, that is true. I guess you are right about that. And then Gojira851 with the Norwegian film Troll on Netflix. Is it finally time for Gorgo to return? I say yes. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised. There's a new Gorgo figure coming out. I know there's a company doing a Gorgo figure. Ultron Kaiju, leave 98 alone, or I'll send Minya after you. Oh, boy. Hey, Ultron, you like 98. That's okay. That's okay. That's all right. It's okay. I just don't. Alex saying great choices. Thank you very much. Godzilla Train 1090. Cough. Final Wars is better. Damn, Godzilla Train. Now I got to give you crap. And then Godzilla Train saying I still need to watch Troll. Hey, I need to watch Troll too. I haven't watched it yet. I've heard it's very good though. I need to watch it finally too. Don't worry. We're in the same boat. Oh man. Nah, I'm sorry. It's just, I don't like Final Wars, guys. Like, I own it. I have it. Footage. No. But yeah, I'm not the biggest on Final Wars. It's not a favorite for me. They're working on burying Godzilla. They're coming up with the plan to burying Godzilla in the ice right now. But yeah. Oh, and if you guys missed it, you know, I put this spot here for my Marmot Rodan, which is Final Wars. Okay, don't get me wrong. I do like certain things from Final Wars. Rodan, awesome. I love that. You know, that came from my buddy James. Great Rodan figure. I do have a Final Wars Godzilla in my lineup. So there are some things from Final Wars I have. You know, I do like Hedra from Final Wars, and I'm really happy we're going to be getting a new Bandai, because the only Hedra I have from Final Wars is this mini guy right here. But yeah, no, they did my boy King Caesar. Oh, they did him dirty in Final Wars. I hated his design in Final Wars. Showa looks so much better. Godzilla Train 1090, I don't like it either, but my opinion, Destroy All Monsters is overrated. Damn, Destroy All Monsters is overrated? Get out of here. No. Destroy All Monsters is a diamond. Yes. Gojira 851. Yes. And then Alex saying Troll is a very good kaiju movie. Yeah, I'm going to get... I just have to sit down and watch it. And then Gojira 851, Final Wars is a bucket of cheese to pour over nachos. I love nachos. Oh, man. Take a look at some Pacific Rim, huh? I don't have a lot of Pacific Rim stuff, but this is good enough for me. I really do like the Trespasser Kaiju, or Axe Head, whatever you want to call him. Cherno Alpha was my favorite Jaeger. And then I like this guy from the second film, Obsidian Fury, I think was his name. I do like him. Godzilla's breaking out of the eyes. Footage! Godzilla Train, I am going to schedule the show for Destroy All Monsters versus Final Wars, and you and Matt can be on, and we'll settle this then. Ooh, interesting. And Gojira851 saying I'll be there. Hey, man. Dude, if you want to do that, Godzilla Train, I'm down. I'm down to be on your show. Thursdays and Fridays are my days off. So if you can, we'll try to work it around sometime around like a Thursday or a Friday. I'm sorry I'm not available normal off days. I'm sorry. It's just my schedule. I work Saturday through Wednesday, 3 to 11. That is my schedule. And then Alteron Kaiju, can't deny that stash, but also love Destroy All Monsters. Hard choice. Nachos. We can do a Friday show. I'll be in touch. All right. Awesome. I know Nick recently messaged me too. He wants to have me on the Monster Report again, which I'm always happy to be a guest on other people's shows. Once I get StreamYard set up and stuff, I'll do some live shows with people. Yeah, and if I could figure out the YouTube thing, that would be even better. Then I'd be able to have live people for Kaiju Chill O'Clock. So. But I do love being guests on other people's shows. You know, being on Collect All Monsters when we talked about the Ebra set. Oh, that was a lot of fun. I love that. I love being on the Monster Report. You know, so no, I do. Again, I love doing this stuff. I love it. You know, it helps me de-stress. It helps me unwind from a work week. So I really appreciate you guys as much as you guys appreciate me. I always just have to say that now. You guys are awesome. And then StreamYard is easy. I can definitely help you. Just let me know. Not a problem, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, I just need to get everything set up with it. Oh no! They're blaring. They're bearing Godzilla. All right, that's it for footage. I think that's all I'm going to be able to get away with. Let me set you guys back down. Plug you in. Oh no, the ice is falling on Godzilla. There we go. What you doing, Fred? They're burying him in the ice. But yeah, so Godzilla Raids again is almost over here. We'll just see how the engagement goes here, but I might even, we might not even go 2 hours today, but that's okay. I'll be over on Facebook next, and we're going to be watching the Japanese cut of King Kong versus Godzilla. So, if you want to follow me from platform to platform today, feel free. Going to be on Facebook next, and again, we're just going to be watching the Japanese cut of King Kong versus Godzilla together. And again, over on Instagram for the third and final segment for today, be watching a couple episodes of Godzilla the Animated Series. Because at least on Facebook and Instagram, I don't get pinged for anything. Alteron Kaiju, Kobayashi! Yes. Sad end to Kobayashi. And don't forget, you guys, I hope you guys have your snacks. I got mine. I always got corn nuts on hand. And we got 7 people on in here. It shows 5 likes on my end. Guys, thank you again so much for the support. Always atomic blast that like button. Appreciate it so much. Gojiri51, it says 6 likes. Yeah, it's for some reason it does that. I don't know why. It shows 5 on my end, but if it's 6, that's awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'm just watching them blow up the mountain at this point. But anybody have any questions or topics they want to touch on for anything? If not, that's okay. Again, as much as I love the show, if I have to cut segments a little short, that's okay. It gives me a little bit more time to myself also. Won't complain. Alex, let's see. What do you say your top 5 kaiju movies that are not Godzilla? Okay. Let me go over to my area right now, and I'll pick 5. I won't be gone too long. I would put you guys on Fred, but I don't think I can lower my camera that much without it falling. I don't know. All right, there's Fred, you guys. Talk with him. I'll be right back. Top 5 kaiju movies that are not Godzilla. Alright. Here are 2. Not Godzilla. And this is just out of what I own. Man, tough choices here. 1, 2, 3. I need 2 more. Oh man, tough choice. This. That's the end. They buried Godzilla. Alrighty. I'm back. Did you have a good session? Was that fun? What'd you talk about? You were pretty quiet. Alrighty. Alright, so that was over. So Godzilla Raids Again is over. So, Alex asked, and let me just reiterate here. So what would I say my top 5 favorite kaiju movies that are not Godzilla films are? Alright. War of the Gargantuas. War of the Gargantuas would be one. Frankenstein Conquers the World, another. The Giant Behemoth, for sure. Oh, man, these other two were kind of tough. Because there were some others over there that I really liked. But I got to go King Kong Escapes for 4. And then Gappa for 5. I had a really hard time not choosing King Kong 76 because I really do like King Kong 76. But yeah, so those are my favorite kaiju films that are non-Godzilla. War of the Gargantuas, Frankenstein Conquers the World, Giant Behemoth, King Kong Escapes, and Gappa. See. Gojira851, fight idea. Odaka versus Ebra. Battle of the Seafood Kaiju. Ooh, interesting. That's a good battle idea. Gojira851, I've been seeing over on Instagram, and I've been participating in the votes on your little matchups that you've been doing. Maybe that'll be a good matchup to do in the future and see what people vote for. And then Godzilla Train 1090, you got my money, Fred. And then Rich from Wisconsin, my girlfriend started watching Godzilla movies with me, and now she is a fan. She got a kick out of Godzilla versus Megalon. Ooh, nice. Nice. And then Rich from Wisconsin saying, hi, Fred. Ultron Kaiju saying, Fred's living the good life. And Alex saying, Fred, the Kaiju cat. Yes, he is. He is the Kaiju cat. And then Godzilla Train is saying, awesome, Rich. And then Alex saying each one of them are good kaiju films. They are. I love those. And then Gojira851, thank you for the shout out. Of course, dude. Of course. Anybody want to follow Gojira851 on Instagram, do so. He's been doing like matchup battle posts where you can vote. And I've been participating in those, and it has been a lot of fun. All right, guys. Well, that was good. Any other questions, topics? If not, I'll close out the show a little early here, and then we'll just kick on over to Facebook next. Let me go switch out discs. And then where are you doing those, Matt? Godzilla Train 1090. He does them in his story over on Instagram. So you got to make sure you're on Instagram and the Instagram stories. Yep. So I'm going to swap out some discs because King Kong versus Godzilla, even though it's on the same disc as Godzilla Raids Again, it is just it's just in Japanese. The Japanese cut of the film is on the supplements disc. So let me swap out discs here. If there's any questions that come through, topics, we can talk about it. But I might wrap up this segment just a little early. And just keep the show moving for the day. So I'll be right back. If anybody has anything, feel free to put it in, and then when I come back, I will answer. I'll be right back. Got the supplement disc in. Alrighty. Bada bing, bada boom. Alex, which Godzilla movie would you say is underrated? That's kind of tough. Just because there's been a lot of people who have, but I do still feel like a lot of the Showa series doesn't get enough love. So as far as underrated, my pick is going to be a Showa film. And I would have to say, man, tough question. I'm going to have to go with Godzilla versus the Sea Monster. I think Godzilla versus the Sea Monster is a little underrated. I think it needs to be more appreciated, for sure. Let's see, Godzilla Train, if you don't mind me answering, I would say Godzilla versus Megaguirus. It doesn't get enough love. Yeah, no, other people can answer. Go ahead. In your opinion, what's an under... Godzilla versus Megaguirus, you're right about that. It is underappreciated. It's a good, solid movie. Gojiri51. Oh, Son of Godzilla was another one I was thinking of. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Good answer. That's a good one. And then Godzilla versus Megaguirus also. But yeah, no, Son of Godzilla and Godzilla versus Space Godzilla, definitely. Yeah, okay, I'm changing my answer. I like Gojiri51's answer. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Yeah, that one, it's very underrated. People need to appreciate that one more. It's such a fun film. It's so much fun. And then Alex, which fight would you want to see? Godzilla versus Super Gauss, Godzilla versus Legion, or Godzilla versus Iris? Ooh. As much as I love Gauss, I have to go with Godzilla versus, I think, Legion. Legion would be an interesting matchup. Legion for sure. Alteron Kaiju saying Godzilla 98, Godzilla Earth, and Final Wars. Well, yeah. And then 1090, but Godzilla versus the Sea Monster is a close second. Yeah, no, agreed. It is. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla is a third choice. Yeah. And then Alex saying, I would say Godzilla versus Space Godzilla as well. I really love that film. Me too. It's such a fun film. It gets hated on way too much. It really, really does. Well, you guys, if you guys don't mind, I'll transfer over because we're kind of running on a low tank here on YouTube. But I thank you guys for showing up when you did. The show was really slow to start. Godzilla Train can tell you. But thank you guys for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks Live for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 31. The party is not over yet. This is just the first segment. We got 2 more segments to go. And I am just going to kick it on over to Facebook here momentarily. Let me just make sure I got King Kong versus Godzilla Japanese version. And then Gojiri51, sorry about that. I read the time wrong. Oh, you're fine, dude. You're okay. It's not your fault. It's the week after Christmas. People are in commute back home if they were traveling. There's a lot of people who are dealing with severe weather and cold throughout the Midwest and the back east and everything. So I had a gut feeling today's show might be a little shorter than normal and might not have as much engagement. But no, I appreciate you guys, being troopers and coming on in when you did. Atomic Blast and the like. You guys are just awesome. I'm always going to do Kaiju Chill O'Clock, no matter what. If I don't do it, you guys are going to know about it because I'll post about it and saying there's not going to be a show this week. But that's usually only for holidays and special occasions. Other than that, Kaiju Chill O'Clock is always going to be a weekly thing. So we had some good topics, talked about the festival coming up, talked about some movies, talked about some figures. So, no, thank you guys so much for being here. And yeah, I'm just going to kick it on over. So I'm going to do an outro here. Wait a minute. What do we got? Oh, Alteron Kaiju. I forgot Mechagodzilla Activate. The last show of the year. Thanks for the great efforts. And now I'm going to get some sleep. Yeah, I did forget the Mechagodzilla Activate. That's okay. That's all right. Unless you want me to do it, you know. Who wants Mechagodzilla Activate for the heck of it? I could close it out with that. And then Rich from Wisconsin, see you next time. Thank you guys so much for the kind words. And you know what? Screw it. I'm going to close it out with that. No one leave yet. Let's close it out. Let me switch the camera around here a few times. Got that supplements disc in. And yeah, no, let's go for it. So like always, you guys, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Thank you for being here with me live for Kaiju Chill Clock, episode 31. This was the first segment. We got 2 more segments to go coming up on Facebook next, where we are going to watch the King Kong vs. Godzilla Japanese cut. So you guys, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Like always, please comment, like, and subscribe. Atomic blast that notification bell. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook. And don't forget to follow Godzilla Fan Freaks on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. Another awesome show. And yes, you guys, here you go. Mechagodzilla, activate.